we are heading up into the mountains of Colorado, about 60 miles west of Fort Collins. And by we this time, I mean myself and Lucas, who is asleep next to me. We're heading to a lake called Joe Wright Reservoir. One of my favorite lakes to fish on because of the fish that's there. But on this trip, we have a couple goals we need to accomplish. We're going to test out a brand new, budget-friendly diesel heater. Little curious as to how that's going to go, because this is going to be the coldest I have ever camped in. It is expected to get down to 15 degrees Fahrenheit tonight. So hopefully we don't freeze to death. Hopefully it works just fine. Second goal is to test out a couple new things. We did a big modification to the trailer, so I want to see how that's going to work out. And we've got new product that we're going to test to help us make some nice fresh coffee in the morning. And our third goal, and for me, the biggest one, is to see if we can catch some Arctic grayling. They're one of my favorite fish to catch. Joe Wright Reservoir has them. I've caught them there before, and I am on a mission to catch some Arctic grayling today and maybe tomorrow. So we'll see how that goes. But the weather, this is a concern. Like I said, it's the coldest I've ever camped in with a budget diesel heater. And so that's definitely a concern. And with Lucas the first time going out in a camping trip with me by ourselves, so I'm gonna have to deal with taking care of Lucas, making sure he doesn't get too cold, and that we're nice and safe out here. It's a beautiful area, and I can't wait to get there. Hopefully we can get to our campsite. I'm a little concerned about that because we had a big snow here a week or so ago. There's a lot of snow on the ground here. We're currently at 8,000 feet above sea level, and we're going to be climbing some more. So I expect that there will be a little bit of snow at the campsite, and there is a chance of snow tonight. So can we stay warm? Can we survive the night? Do the products work? And will I catch some fish? Some big questions to answer, and hopefully everything turns out quite positive. So we're about 15 minutes away from our planned campsite. Hopefully I can get into it and out of it because we've got the trailer, and we'll see how things go. Well, that was the campsite I was going to go to. There is no possible way I'm going down there. If I made it down there, which I might actually make it down there, I'm not making it back out. This snow right here is at least 2 feet deep and could be even deeper down there. So this is just not a risk that I'm willing to take, because maybe I could winch up to these trees here, but there's no way I could winch out of this if I had to. So we're gonna have to come up with another plan. Well, since I wasn't planning on making any detours, I didn't bother taking the Rotopacks today or any extra gas. So there's fortunately this little place here called Glen Echo, this old-fashioned gas pump here, and gonna fill her up. Well, I have no idea which plan number we're on now, but I'm found a spot. Trails Off-Road says there's a ton of camping there. It's an area called Chicken Park, and area seems pretty light on snow right now, so shouldn't be too bad. I'm only a couple miles away, so I figure I'll just go check it out. Since I've got a full tank of gas, I can afford a little exploring through here. We've done quite a bit going through this Red Feather Lakes area in the past. This is definitely an area that we've never been in before. Pretty nice. But we'll see if we can find a spot. We only have 2 hours before sunset, so can't be messing around too much.
Well, I had a choice of a left or a right side here, and I went the left side because it looked a little easier, but now I've got to get back on the trail and things are getting a little sketchy here. I really don't like it when the trailer gets so off camber. It's a little heavy on top with that tent, but take it nice and slow, and she pulled right through it. Okay, time to keep going.
Katerina told me to go to campsite or waypoint 13, and it has proven to be quite the challenge to get through here with the trailer. She obviously didn't know what this trail was going to be like, and there's virtually no place to turn around, so felt pretty committed going in here. It's now 3 o'clock. We got 90 minutes left before sunset, and we are almost to the waypoint that she told me to go to. Whew. Wow. We have been tippy. We have been slipping. We have been in mud. We're in snow. Yeah. This campsite had better be worth it. Well, I'm pretty sure the camera's not going to do this justice, but I've got a nice little climb here with some rocks. Oh boy, that is rough. Okay, we are almost to this waypoint. Hopefully, we get on top of this hill or something. I'd really be happy if it had some sunlight on it, so we weren't setting up in the snow. We have made it to the campsite. what a pretty place. The view here is going to be terrific. I just need to find a way to set up the trailer so that it's fairly level. We made it to camp. Lucas is having fun romping around in the snow. This is our new modification to the trailer, a custom swing out tire carrier. And it does a little bit more than just that. And I'll show you in just a minute. Locks into place over there. So I've got access to the back, and I'm going to get out the diesel heater and get that set up. Don't have a whole lot of light left, so I need to hurry. All right, I'll show you its next trick here. License plate comes out, table goes in, and this is where the diesel heater is going to sit. I think this will work out pretty nice. Okay, we've got the diesel heater set up. This is the new hCalory Toolbox 2025. And hopefully it's going to work okay. Fresh air is going to come in over here, so it's going to be pulling in cold air. And we've got the hot air going in here. We have a pretty short run. Shouldn't have too much heat loss. Hopefully it's going to work pretty good. I'm a little concerned about, how loud is the fuel pump going to be, things like that. But we have a lot of other things to do, like fix some food, get all the bedding set up. Oh, all right. We got the tent set up. We got Lucas fed. We're getting some food put together. Just something simple tonight because it's cold and the sun's already going down. It's behind the mountains. It's going to get dark here real fast. So just going to do some hot dogs. Nothing fancy tonight. Just some warm food. And then we're probably going to have an early night because, well, we're here and it's cold and it's going to get dark. Let's hope that diesel heater works. And we're trying something else different tonight too. The trailer actually has about a 1200 watt hour battery in it. And I've never really put it to the test. So instead of running a power station, I'm gonna run everything off the trailer battery, see how that does. We've got the diesel heater, we've got the CPAP machine, we've got some lights. Hopefully we'll be just fine. If everything goes good, we'll wake up, get some coffee, have some breakfast, and get some work done. So I'm looking forward to these dogs. I'm getting cold. It's about 40 degrees right now, and it's supposed to get down about another 10 degrees, so should be around 30 or so. Not stupid cold like it was going to be at the lake, but hey, that was a no-go, so made other plans. We're here on Chicken Creek. It's beautiful. We've got an amazing campsite. Got the fire started over there. It's going to be a good night. Good times. Good times. Oh, boy, nothing like rushing to get everything set up before it gets dark. Man, I was hungry. Lucas has his little cot here. We're looking pretty good right now. Just not much left to do, actually. Everything's set up. I'm eating. Have a little fire going. I'll got the bed made. Really, it's all I have to do is turn the heater on and we're ready to get in there. So I'll turn it on a little bit, get it warming up in there. Hopefully it works. Otherwise, we're gonna have a miserable, miserable night. There's always a backup plan, but still, you know, the last thing that I want to do is to have to pack up and leave here in the middle of the night. That would truly, truly suck. So we're just gonna see how it goes. Hopefully Mother Nature doesn't beat us tonight, and we'll be in good shape. I've got the heater running, and a couple things to note. There's a ticking noise, you know. The Sunstar, the LF Bros, they didn't have that, so that was nice. It's not as bad as some, that's for sure. So probably once I'm in the tent and I'm on the far side over there, probably won't bother me too bad. It's not horrific. Now the output on here is 3.5 inches, where most of them are 3 inches. So it is a little bit bigger, and I have a 4-inch hose on here that I've just got clamped down on here. So shouldn't have too much problem getting the air up here. That should work just fine. The muffler, standard muffler, putting on the upgraded ones that I use, it knocked down the sound a little bit. It's been running for a few minutes now. It started at, let's see, it started at 38.2 degrees inside, and it is currently 42 degrees. So it's gone up a few degrees right now. So it is warming up the tent, which is nice. We're just gonna have to see how warm it gets and whether I'm gonna be cold tonight. I sure hope not, because I've got Lucas with me. I don't want him to be uncomfortable. But he's just walking around here playing in the snow. So, I mean, he's a Bernie doodle. He likes the cold. I don't. But we'll see. We're gonna get up in the tent, gonna try and get some work done and see how things go. Hopefully we can get this up to a nice, comfortable temperature in there. Only time will tell, but it's getting cold out here. It's down to about 32 outside. So we'll, let's go get warm. So far, so good. Anyway, we'll still see how things go, but things are working okay right now. It is cold. I thought it was going to be, you know, in the low 30s right now. It's got to be a little bit colder than that. I went to dump out Lucas's water and it was frozen. So it is probably in the high 20s right now. It's definitely getting down there fairly quickly. The heater is working really well, actually. Now, if I listen for it, I can barely hear the ticking sound. It's definitely not loud enough inside of here, and I'm at the far side of the tent. The heater's way on the other side and down below. I really I really don't hear it. It's definitely not loud enough to bother me inside the tent. And when I go to sleep and I put my CPAP mask on, I'll definitely not hear it at all. What you hear is the sound of the blower going, and that's because it's on setting 5 right now. So it's just trying to warm it up in here. And is it warming it up? Well, I don't know if you can see that. It is 55.2 degrees in here and climbing. So got a little graph there. You can see how it's climbing up. Pretty nice. I got Lucas buddy right here with me. Nice and toasty. So in terms of the heater, I think we're going to be okay. There's only 2 concerns I have right now. One is, will the trailer battery run it all night? Now, technically it should. It's a 1200 watt hour battery or 100 amp hour battery. It should run it no problem because it's only running at about 15 watts right now. So should run it no problem unless there's a problem with my battery. This battery is a few years old. Don't know if it's going to hold the charge. Never tested it like this. So we'll see how that goes. Second thing, I don't know how much diesel is in the heater because I've completely forgot to check that. So big bad move on my part. However, I mean, it's only 5:55. It's just before 6 o'clock. So I'm not ready to go to sleep anytime soon. And I'm going to have to get up and go to the bathroom, probably take Lucas out one more time, let him go. And when we do that, I'll check the fuel level. I do have a gallon of diesel fuel on the side of the trailer. So I'm not going to run out. I just need to make sure there's enough in there to run all night. So I think we're doing pretty good. Starlink's working good. I've got good signal. The heater's working. Everything is moving along. I still have a couple little concerns, but I'll check on those a little later. And I also, just as a backup, have a 12 volt electric blanket. Now that by itself would not keep me warm, but if my feet start getting cold, I can turn on that blanket and warm my feet up. But the fact that it's moving and grooving in here, pretty nice. I mean, 56.3 degrees. It's going to get to 60, 62 in here pretty easily. And then I'll crank that heater down. We won't hear the blower noise so bad. Lucas is exhausted. He went for a long run when we got to camp while I was setting everything up. He was going full speed for probably 15 full minutes, and he is completely wiped out. But we'll take him for a walk before bedtime and walk myself too. So, all right, we'll check in with you a little later. Well, I thought I'd throw out a little update. It's 8 o'clock at night here. It is bone-chilling cold outside. It's around 26, 25 degrees out there right now. It is a nice, warm, comfortable 63.2 inside. Very nice. The wind is blowing pretty strong out there. So that's kind of a bummer. It's Lucas isn't used to that, so it's kind of bothering him a little bit. But here's the thing with the heater. I do not hear that ticking sound at all. I think it got quieter after it had been running for a couple hours. It's not 100% silent like some of the higher end units, but it's pretty darn good. I mean, I am very pleasantly surprised. For a heater, let's see, it's currently $229 on Amazon. There's like a $20 coupon, so you're going to get this thing for like $209. Not a bad deal. It's got a 6-liter fuel tank, so it'll work really well. It'll work for a long time. It has an app. I can show you the app a little bit here. Oh, there's the app. Pretty simple. I've got it on heat mode. It says it's on high plateau. It's on power level 3. It's keeping it nice in here. It's honestly, the wind and stuff, I don't even really hear the blower in here. I mean, I can barely hear it, but very impressed. For a budget-friendly diesel heater, it's doing a great job. And I'll be honest, I'm kind of surprised. I did not think it was going to perform this well. Pulling in the cold air from outside without doing recirculation, having the ticking sound that we heard earlier from outside, it's pretty nice. Like right now, the wind is kicking up a little bit. I can't even hear the blower. And it is super, super comfy in here. Every time the wind hits, Lucas jumps. So, sorry, buddy. Yeah, he's doing okay. He's hanging in there. But we're having a good time just sitting here, doing some editing, having working away. And we'll crash in about an hour or so. And I think I'm going to sleep quite comfortably in here with this hCalory heater. So, yeah, looking for a recommendation of a budget-friendly one. I think it's going to be hard to beat the hCalory. It's really doing a great job. Wow, what a night. Nice and warm inside the tent. Heater worked great. Very, very happy with the performance. Getting some breakfast down. Oh, been a pretty good day. This view is awesome. Coffee's warm. Using the new, or new to me anyway, the Stoke Voltaics Joulle electric kettle. Works great. It has a feature where it automatically turns off after it comes up to a boil. Doesn't really work too well at high altitudes. We're at like 8,000 feet right now, and it'll just sit there and boil the water off because it's the temperature of boiling is lower at higher altitudes. So it doesn't detect that it's getting up to boiling temperature. Small consideration. They know about it. They're working on it. I got the tent put away. I got most everything packed up. Just gonna finish my breakfast, feed Lucas, and we'll start heading out.
Well, the trip did not go exactly to plan, but that's the way things go sometimes. In the end, it all worked out. We had a great time, great site. All the products worked exactly how I was hoping to, and now it's time to head home. So thanks everybody for watching. From Katerina, myself, and Lucas, stay safe out there. We'll see you on the trails.